Our first guest today, I have been obsessed with this woman for days now. She took a big swing, and it's been trending now for more than 10 days straight. In fact, she's still viral right now, over 7 million views for leaving a 2-time platinum-selling music artist jaw drop. So follow me here. Nia Drummond, she's from Brooklyn, and she was raised to be a singer since she was 8 years old. So she's trained, right? So when your big moment comes, you think you're gonna be ready. I love this. She's even taken the stage of the world-famous Apollo. She's performed at choirs. All these superstars know her. But it was what happened 2 weeks ago. She was at an event. She walked over to one of the greatest entertainers in the world and said, "I want to sing happy birthday to you." I watched the video. I could see in his face, Busta Rhymes is thinking, "Lady, why do you want to sing happy birthday to me? I'm the Busta Rhymes. The Busta Rhymes." She opened her mouth, and the sound that came out left him in tears. Take a look.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
God, come on now.
Yes, Nia. Yes, Nia. That's my friend. Yes, Nia.
I love the person recording in the background. Yes, Nia. That's what we were all saying. 7 million views, social media and counting. Tam fam, please welcome the woman who took her shot when the door was open and left Busta Rhymes speechless. Brooklyn-born singer, entertainer, Nia Drummond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is what dreams are made of. I don't even know why I'm sitting this far. I gotta move in because I gotta get close to here. This is, you prepare in life and then this moment happens. So you were at an event.
Yes.
Gordon Parks.
The Gordon Parks Foundation's annual gala. That's like the gala to be at.
I didn't get the invitation.
Oh.
Okay, so you're at the...
You gotta be there.
You're at the hot spot.
Yes, ma'am.
And you see Busta Rhymes. Now, I know Busta personally. He's been on the show. Great guy. But he's big, and he's intimidating.
Oh, yes.
And he's Busta Rhymes, one of the best entertainers in the world.
Yes.
You see him there. You walk over. Did you have a plan?
No.
Okay.
So I went to the gala, and it's interesting because he came after the gala because he had a gig the same day.
One of the most booked people in the world right now.
Oh, booked and busy, honey. Booked and busy.
I love you, Nia. So you saw him.
So it's interesting because I spoke to his personal assistant first. He showed up to a gala with a sweatsuit on. I was like, oh my gosh, I love you. I must speak to you. And so we had a conversation, found out he's Busta's personal assistant, and found out that Busta's birthday was a few days ago. And something in my spirit, something in my soul said, you need to sing happy birthday to this man. I don't go around singing happy birthday to people. I used to work at a restaurant in Brooklyn, and everyone used to go to me and say, Nia, there's a birthday on table 25. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. I don't want to do that. But something in my spirit said, you need to speak to this man.
So, okay, in the video, you approach him.
Yes.
And you say you want to sing. I know you saw the skepticism because I saw it in his face where he's like, he gave you that, I'm Busta Rhymes, what you gonna do? And then you start to sing.
Right.
So you start, and he stopped you. And he said, whoa, wait a minute. Because he couldn't believe it.
Right.
And then we got this expression.
Right.
You're looking at him. Do you see his eyes pop like that at that moment?
I did. I saw his eyes pop. I saw, his body language was just, completely.
He went from, it's like on those music shows where they turn the chair around, they hear you, or like Simon Cowell,
Right.
you would see him melt. Like, he suddenly couldn't believe it because you said you were going to sing.
Right.
I think he thought, maybe she's gonna sound like Aretha.
Right.
Maybe she's gonna rap.
Right.
Then you hit him with opera.
Right. That's completely far left compared to, what, you see a bigger black woman, I'm gonna
Right.
start singing, real big and Aretha and churchy, but, that's a big part of,
I'm so happy you said it.
The
And I
stereotype.
did it. But
It's a
no,
stereotype.
and that's not a fault of his, but he made it let me say this.
Right.
I don't know he did. I believe that he might have thought you were going to break into the Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday version.
Right.
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 Which is what I would have done.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's a fun, better version of Happy Birthday,
But you said, I'm going to this point. You hadn't warmed up.
No.
You weren't ready to perform.
No, I wasn't singing that day.
You were not singing that day.
No.
But it was pitch perfect and flawless.
Oh.
Flawless. And I say that to say, why do you think the universe, God, made it that way? Because you could have cracked under pressure. You could have anything, but you didn't.
God has a great sense of humor in my life. I've realized, I've been singing since I was 8 years old and professionally singing since I was 12. I've sung all over the world. I've, sung the national anthem for the 9/11 Memorial. I've done all these crazy, incredible things. But it's funny that at that moment, an opera singer, small, I'm only 5'2", was able to touch a man that big.
Yeah.
And,
And that talented.
Yes.
You at the end, you see him and he hugged you. What did he say after that moment to you?
After that moment, actually, there's a longer video. After that moment, he said, he just looked at me in amazement, and then we spoke and we embraced, and he wanted to keep in contact, so we exchanged information, and that's what happened.
Because what people may or may not know about him, he is a deep person. He's a very thoughtful and very serious person. And so I could tell you touched his heart, and you started to hear from people around the world, around the country, saying that they were inspired by what you did. What were folks saying?
Thank you so much for letting it be okay for, us to like opera, to like classical music. You made, grown men, even in my neighborhood, I'm from the hood, okay? And, okay? And grown men coming up to me and saying, you made me cry. That really hits.
You're making me cry now. Because I can only imagine how, hard that was, even though you've trained and to break down what someone thinks you are and rise in that way. I think that's what resonated. I watched it over. I called the team. I was like, you got to find her. I don't know where she lives. But I was about to knock on your door if you said no to coming on this show. Because I do think the show's about big risk, big rewards. And you took your shot. And that's life, taking that shot. And it makes the difference.
Absolutely.